Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Roberto Corona. I am an Italian anthroposopher and astrologer, and in this video we're going to talk about the second Mercury retrograde of 2025, that is Mercury retrograde in Leo between July 18 and August 11. In this picture here you can see the orbit traced by Mercury in the sky from a geocentric perspective, meaning from the Earth, and as you can see it creates three rings, three loops, so to speak, in the sky, and this happens 3 times a year and lasts for 3 weeks. Highlighted in white are the points where Mercury makes a conjunction with the Sun. It can be a superior conjunction or an inferior conjunction, but overall, Mercury and the Sun together create this beautiful pattern, which is a 6-pointed star in the sky. Now here we have a detailed list with the dates of Mercury stationings throughout 2025. We have already talked about Mercury retrograde between Aries and Pisces together with Venus during eclipse season 1 in March, whereas this summer instead Mercury will be retrograde in Leo again from July 18 to August 11. And finally, this fall, it will be retrograde in Sagittarius and Scorpio between November 9 and the 29th of the same month. So in general, Mercury, as you know, is the planet ruling thought, the mind, communication, all kinds of interconnections, webs, networks, roads, public transportation, and so on. So for this reason, on a physical level, Mercury retrograde can cause delays, slowdowns, and also misunderstandings, being the planet of communication. So, of course, when Mercury is retrograde, what happens is that the cosmic mind sort of turns inwardly and generates frustration every time we want to insist to deal with the external world instead of focusing within, as the retrograde motion of the planet suggests. Now, in particular, Mercury in Leo can manifest as leadership issues, being leadership, of course, a Leo signification. And this means that things might not go the way we want, or people might not recognize our leadership and respect us as leaders. So, in general, Mercury retrograde could also manifest throughout errors or misunderstandings in important decisions, especially in matters that we value most. And this is because Leo represents gold, and in general, all valuable things that are valuable to us. So in this sense, Mercury retrograde could create issues in this regard, especially where we feel what we are doing comes with a certain amount of value. Now, these misunderstandings, of course, can also refer to international mediations involving world leaders especially, and this is because, of course, Leo is the zodiac sign of leaders, but also of kings and queens, very important people leading the country or leading also anything, for example, a company and so on. Now, since Mercury is transiting across the stereo image of Cancer, we could also witness to a downfall towards very materialistic decisions. Now, why is that? This is because in astrosophy in particular, the constellation of Cancer is precisely the constellation of materialism itself, and this could expose the human mind even more to a materialistic mindset, leading to materialistic decisions. From a psychological perspective, we could find ourselves confronting issues relating to creativity and self-expression, again, Leo significations. So from an artistic standpoint, we could also experience a creative block of some kind that could at least allow us to rethink our projects or rethink our artistic path. And this is because usually Mercury retrograde is also about rethinking what we are doing. Now, from a communication point of view, we may experience self-expression issues as well due to a lack of recognition of our personal value. Again, a Leo signification, our personal value, our self-esteem. So in the worst case scenario, this means that we could see diminished, if not even attacked, our sense of worth. And usually if this happens, Mercury retrograde in Leo could definitely makes us respond with pride to this attack, reaffirming our worth with strength and passion. And speaking of passion, this feeling of being diminished, if not recognized, could also affect our relations, since Leo also represents the free expression of our passion and feelings. Please remember that on a spiritual level, Mercury retrograde is definitely a good opportunity for introspection and shadow work. So working on ourselves, working on our trauma and so on. And this is because this energy allows us to turn our minds to understanding and resolving internal rather than external issues. So we can definitely make good use of Mercury retrograde in this regard. Here we have a calendar with the aspects involving Mercury between July and August. So as you can see, during the first stationing of July 18, we are here, Mercury will be in a sextile aspect with Venus, highlighting the relational issues that we've just mentioned. Whereas after the second stationing of August 11 down here, as you can see, we have a very, very long sextile between Mercury and Mars. Now, this is going to allow us to overcome with grit and willpower all the issues that it will have brought to us between the end of July and August. So definitely a good end for this Mercury retrograde stationing. Here we have a summary of the most important dates if you're interested. So we have Mercury entering the shadow zone on July 1st. We have the dates of the two stationings, plus we have the dates of the long sextile with Mars. As always, thanks for watching. If you want to support my work, please like this video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell not to miss out on future astrological insights. I am Roberto Corona. See you in the next video.